Thanks for joining me today. For any of you who are football fans, as you know, we've pretty much wrapped up Super Bowl 50. It's in the books. Now, for me, the game was pretty decent. There were two really great teams who went head to head, and at the end of every game, you have a winner and you have a loser. But my thing is, I noticed that there were leadership skills that were tested in the heat of battle and even afterwards, and they didn't fare so well. How many of you have been led by someone who, when things are great and going well, the leader is in front, he's engaging the team and any kind of media or press, and they're doing a really good job. Everybody's happy, the team's exceeding, things are being executed well, and everything's smooth. However, on the flip side, that same leader, when things start to get chaotic and things start messing up and people are not on the same page, this is the same leader that's now pouting or getting mad or biting their tongue because they don't want to throw anybody under the bus. Well, the thing is, you have to understand that as a leader, whether it's a team, a sports team, whether it's in work or a faith-based organization, whatever it is, when you are a leader, you have to understand that there's a lot of responsibility in taking on that title. It is a very, very magnifying experience. And what I mean by that is you are held to the highest law. You are scrutinized, ridiculed, watched on everything that you do and everything that you say. And when you take on the position of as leader and you take on a position of leadership, you have to know and understand that you're taking on a lot of weight. And it's a lot of heavy weight. Again, it's a lot of scrutiny. A lot of people want to play armchair quarterback and nitpick at every decision that you make and every word that you say. And as a leader, that has to be a part of your normalcy. You have to be used to it and you have to embrace it. But the biggest thing is, just like when things are going well for the company and you're talking to people and you're expressing your gratitude to the team and to the organization and for everyone for doing a good job, when things start to fall apart or when you take a decision and it's a bad decision or anything of the sort that's negative, you've got to own it. Yeah, that was my call. I made that. It didn't go well. It failed. I take that. That's my responsibility. But I will work hard to make sure that we get back on track. See, the thing is, as a leader, people don't want to see you pout and pass the buck and sit there with your arms folded. People want to see you take ownership of what went wrong and tell them how you're going to correct it. That's what people want to see. LeBron James had to learn that the hard way. The thing is, in order to be a great winner or to be very successful as a leader, you have to learn how to lose. You have to learn how to lose. And in other words, you have to learn how to fail. And if you've ever watched any of my previous broadcasts, I tell you that failure doesn't exist as long as you learn from it and correct yourself. But there are times when you're going to make some tough decisions and they don't go according to plan. There are going to be times where you think this is the right way to go or the right path to take. And it's not. Ultimately, it's not. But you can't sit there and pout and get upset and isolate yourself or want to point the finger at this person or that group or whatever. As a leader, we have to learn how to own it because we're the top spot. People are not looking at the team. They are looking at the leader. What did the leader decide? What did the leader say? How did the leader react when everything came down? That's how you have to act like you've been there before. I know you've heard that phrase before. Act like you've been there before. In order to be a great winner, you have to learn how to lose. You have to. Because when you lose or when you make decisions or when you make bad choices, it's not to make you worse. It's to make you better. That's why I'm saying failure doesn't exist if you learn from it. And in the game that I saw, and I'm not calling out any names, but I tried to give the person the benefit of the doubt. But when they continued, I just chalked it up as, you know what? He's in a leadership role, but he lacks maturity. It's just a simple lack of maturity to know and understand that you have to take the bitter with the sweet. If you're gonna stand in front of people and proclaim yourself as the leader, as a good role model, then when things fall apart, you've got to own it and you've got to embrace it, and you got to make sure to portray to your team and the public and whoever else that we're going to work hard to correct the wrongs that we made. Okay? So we don't get to pout. Okay? We learn from it and we work our butts off to make sure that it doesn't happen again. All right? That's my time. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to see other clips like this and even audio clips, please go to my website at www.chadbumgarner.co. And also Twitter. I love feedback. Please, guys, give me a tweet. Let me know if you like these videos or not. My Twitter account is at @CDBumgarner. Okay? CDBumgarner. And as always, Twitter, Wednesday nights, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Catch me on Twitter, the same handle as my Twitter account. I'll be talking about the same thing I'm posting out here on YouTube. Okay? So thanks again, guys. And remember, great leadership equals great results. How are you leading?